we're not going to forget, ladies and gentlemen. We had SummerSlam, a horrible show. Then we had Raw, a semi-good show that was trying to make up for the SummerSlam. And now we have Smackdown Live. And I gotta say this, it wasn't 100% great, but it was solid enough and had good things in it that made me so happy. I boxed this video 3 times because I got excited about it. Let's go through all this. I want to get this over with now because I kept botching it. Glorious! I have to do it now. That one, I kind of boxed a couple of times because I wanted to say something afterward. But Bobby Roode is on SmackDown Live instead of NXT. Now that we got him there, we got almost a 20-year veteran on the roster who will make the show better. I gotta say this. Whoever's writing, if it is Road Dogg or someone else, please, you know what you got. You got a 20-year veteran almost. I think he is a 20-year veteran. I don't care. When it comes down to it, please do not destroy Bobby Roode. If you do, I will come to your home and kick your ass myself with my freaking cane. I will come to your house and kick your ass with my cane because you got a very good, very established wrestler who has a great character as the Glorious One, who was originally the It Factor, who was originally from Beer Money. And oh, JBL said it. Even if it was a tease toward Bobby Roode, it was during his match. And I'll talk about the match in a minute. But it was just a little tease to him. But still, Beer Money was one of the most entertaining groups around. They were entertaining. And there's no way you can take away from that. Even if you are teasing a Bobby Roode on commentary, knowing he's not going to hear this until after the show is over and he sees himself. Yes, it will happen. Anyway, Bobby Roode goes up against Aiden English. Was I happy about Aiden English getting his ass handed to him almost? No and yes. I think Aiden English is trying to do something and they don't show him enough. He's not, what is the guy's name? Elias Sampson. He's not Elias. But at least he's trying. But unfortunately, he's getting his ass destroyed every time by somebody. But here's the thing, when it came to that match, it was too competitive. Too competitive. I'm not saying that he had to just roll over and do the finger poke of doom. But Bobby Roode shouldn't have had to struggle so much. I think he didn't need to struggle. After that, he had a nice conversation with Renee Young in the ring. And he said, now SmackDown has gone from great to glorious. I am alright with this. Let's move on to the next one that I botched the most. Chad Gable, Daniel Bryan, and Shelton Benjamin. Finally, he's there. The little line of saying, well, I know this kind of sucks. You lost your partner. And that's what... I can understand why Daniel Bryan said he made a deal with Kurt Angle if he called a friend to come in and tag with Chad Gable. It was not too bad. It was a funny and kind of fair way to bring in Shelton Benjamin. But it wasn't really necessary. Even though I didn't mind it. And now, Shelton Benjamin will be working with Chad Gable. Is this a good teaming? For the short term, yes. Chad Gable needs someone to work with. And Shelton Benjamin needs to kind of get in the groove of being on SmackDown Live. Let it happen for a little while. Then break them away. And then let them go back to being singles competitors. I say after a year. Let them break away. Or at least 9 months minimum. And just go there. Dolph Ziggler had a moment. Do we care? He's been gone a couple of months. Do we care? No. He needs to take some time off for a couple of years. Let him go on the international circuit. Let him go to Lucha Underground. Let him go to New Japan Pro Wrestling. Let him go to GFW. I don't care. Let him go somewhere to get a different feel. Because as it stands, he's never going to get anywhere. And then hearing him say, I know what I need to do. I need to have paint. I need to have flares. I need to have flares on my ass. I need to have the glow. You can never have the glow, bitch. No one has the right to say something about my Naomi's gimmick. No one takes Naomi's gimmick. Sorry, had to say it. But next week we're going to see him. I just don't think it's going to be special. It's going to be the same thing. I could be wrong though. Sometimes they will throw a swerve at us, counting if the right person's writing. Now, Shinsuke Nakamura versus the two jobbers from the Maharaja. We knew it was coming. We knew sooner or later this was going to come. The Singh brothers were going to have to face somebody. So it's Shinsuke Nakamura. They came down to the ring. They had a little fight. Jinder Mahal was at ringside, helped them a little bit, but still they got one of them got the Shinshasa to the face, and the other one got the arm bar. Well, basically the triangle choke. Got nailed, and then Shinsuke got nailed, and now you're going to have something going into, well, here's something I need to say. The next pay-per-view is going to have these two again, Shinsuke Nakamura and Jinder Mahal. But which one is it? I'm confused. Raw said no mercy. Oops. Raw said no mercy on Monday. I heard them. They promoted it. They showed it. Now Smackdown Live is saying no mercy. So are they doing another joint? Or did someone not get the memo? Well, SmackDown Live is the one that's supposed to get no mercy, and then Raw is supposed to get Hell in a Cell. Or is it Raw is supposed to get no mercy, and SmackDown Live is supposed to get Hell in a Cell? Why didn't they straighten that out before the show aired? Because now, if anyone heard it, unless I heard it wrong, both shows are doing the same pay-per-view within 5 weeks. What is it going to be? No Mercy 1 and No Mercy 2? Which one is it? Which show is using No Mercy as their pay-per-view? I wish they had gotten this straightened out. Mind you, if you go onto the wiki page for WWE pay-per-views, it's supposed to be Raw is supposed to be No Mercy, and SmackDown Live is supposed to be Hell in a Cell. So somebody better get something straightened out before the 5 weeks comes up, because if they keep saying the same thing again, they're going to have a mess on their hands, because people are going to get very mad not knowing which show is going to be doing what. Now, Tamina and Lana had their moment. Tamina had visualization done. Ah, Tamina. My sweet Tamina. I've said it before and I said it again. It is her time to shine. I don't care if no one likes Tamina. I don't care if anyone thinks Tamina is nothing but a stupid jobber from a father who killed somebody. I'm thinking of it in the respect of the woman, not her father. The woman's been on the roster for years, and we've seen other women who had less ability than her get the title. So what is the difference of Tamina finally getting at least one run at that title? She's been there literally the same amount of time as Natalya. She literally aired the same time Natalya aired in 2010. 2010, Natalya aired with the Hart Dynasty, and Tamina aired with the Usos. Yes, she did. They both faced one another when we still had Tyson Kidd and David Hart Smith facing the Usos and Tamina. It's the truth. So why hasn't Tamina been given that shot? It's been 7 fucking years. Give it a freaking shot already. But this was a nice visualization for Tamina. The only thing they need to do is let Tamina just start beating down on people. That's the next thing that needs to be done. But I still believe it would have been better if Tamina had a feud with Naomi involving family. That's just me. And since we brought it up, tag match. Tamina. No, not Tamina. Sorry. Naomi and Becky Lynch versus Natalya and Carmella. Sorry, I'm a little fried in here. It's like 90 degrees in my apartment. But was I happy about the match? We had dissension in the ranks due to James Ellsworth saying pretty much, I think you should get yourself ready, because anytime she can actually walk away, cash in, come back, and kick your ass and win. That's kind of stupid. Then the chase around between those two, which kind of took away from the match. Then Naomi finally pins Natalya. Was it Natalya who got pinned? I think it was. I don't care. Naomi's the one that got the pin. They're not forgetting her. And that's all that matters to me. Now, hopefully, in the next pay-per-view, whichever that is, she can get her title back. I know hot potato the title's not good, but I'm not going to lie. As much as I'm glad to see Natalya, who I realized I was wrong about having more than one reign as a champion. She's only had one title run. But still, she is a veteran that had won a title. I am glad to see Natalya win. But let's be honest. I really want to see Naomi. That's just me. Now, who else is next? The Hype Bros versus the Usos. Why did not the Hype Bros break apart? Why? They couldn't show the Hype Bros being pissed off after the match. Mind you, I'm not saying those guys didn't do a bad match. The Usos can always bring out a great amount out of any team they're with. Particularly in the New Day. I love how the Usos work in the ring. But the Hype Bros were supposed to be, well, they got a little bit of dissension between each other. But after the match was over, we didn't see any arguments between them before the Usos started talking. You could have done that. You could have seen them both pissed off at each other a little bit. But that didn't happen. But the Usos cut a pretty good promo, which I'm okay with. They always cut pretty good promos. Always do. Now, let me see. Am I forgetting anything here? No. I already did the Chad Gable. Tamina. That's it. AJ and Kevin Owens. Rematch. And Baron Corbin as the ref. What the hell is this? Baron Corbin got buried so badly calm down. Baron Corbin has been buried by the WWE. And in his burial, he has to become a freaking ref. In the storyline between the Kevin Owens and the Shane McMahon. Beginning of the show was pretty good. Seeing that the argument was that Shane is the one that screwed over Kevin Owens. He wants another rematch. But this, Shane says, will be his last shot. Fine. Kevin Owens says, I want to step. I want my own ref. He says, fine. Pick. So first, he went to Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn said, kiss my ass. Then Breezango comes out saying, we'll do it. And I hate the fact that Breezango was the one who had to come out because they don't need to be connected to this. They're funny by themselves. They don't need it. It just hurts them dealing with that. But it is what it is. And then Baron Corbin is the one who's involved in it, which is a joke. We got the match. Not a great match. I'm not saying it's AJ Styles' fault. I just think that the storyline when it comes to this match just doesn't work that well. Particularly how it was ending. Particularly that Shane McMahon gets mad that Baron Corbin did a bad call. He shouldn't have said nothing. Because as far as I know, you have to hold the rope for it to be a valid break. You don't just touch the rope and then they have to break afterwards. You got to hold the damn thing. It's got to be held. So he should have left it alone. But no, he came out and then grabbed Baron Corbin's leg when he saw that Kevin Owens gave a little whack to the gonads of AJ Styles. In the end, AJ Styles wins because AJ Styles wins because Shane puts on the ref shirt, goes into the ring, and then Kevin Owens gets screwed, and now he's truly pissed off. Oh my God. What did I just see? I don't know how to feel about this. I am glad to see Kevin Owens working with Shane McMahon. But was this the proper way to do it? I don't know. I don't think it was completely the proper way to do it. It would have been better if he'd been screwed even worse than this in some other way, but this is what we got. This show was not bad. I'm not going to say any of the matches were so spectacular you need to see them. You can just see this show once and that's it. But I will say at least some good things have happened. If you want to see Shelton Benjamin, you got to. If you want to see Robert Roode or Bobby Roode, I think Bobby Roode would be the only one you would see. Because even though I love Naomi, and I'm glad she won the match, her match was a tag match. It's not something that's getting her to go back into the title hunt. Well, not the title hunt. She does have her rematch clause, so she's going to get a chance to get the title back. But that match wasn't her best. Not because of her. It's just, it was all about the Money in the Bank winner. Not her. But this is just my point of view. Have a good day. Have a good night. Peace!